Good morning. Here's a quick 3-card spread. Just thought I'd pull some cards, some messages from the creatures out in my yard, some messages from Mother Nature and the elements. Let's see what they have to say for us today. Welcome, welcome. The first card we have here, I set it up top here, this beautiful 7 of Pentacles. And this card is, quite apropos as we are in the garden here. And he's kind of taking this moment to pause, to reflect, to rest, to reassess, to kind of reflect on all of the work that he's done and how far that he has come. And he's waiting to harvest the fruits of those labors. They're not quite ready to come off the vine yet. And he's still able to see, though, like, now that he has this, it gives him this optimism to keep going. It gives him this, a little bit of encouragement as he sees things starting to bloom. He sees all of the work that he's done is now tangible in front of him, and he can look at it, and he knows that, he's closer than he thinks. He's been doing all this work, and all of these things are flourishing, and this reminds him that his manifestations, his beautiful manifestations, like they exist, they are real, they are true. Anything that that you're worrying about, you're questioning, you're doubting, is this really manifesting? This is that 5 of Pentacles that we'll talk about that next. This is that 5 of Pentacles saying that, like, any of that lack that you're feeling, any of that doubt or worry, it's simply just this residual energy that, it's been worked through, but it's still, you gotta pick yourself up, dust yourself off. Like, he's a little dirty, after his gardening. He might need a little shower. He might need a little extra cleansing. It's all right. But this is saying, like go into that belief and connect with your divine spirit and connect with, all of the things around you that you can see and look at and feel and hold, and, take this pause and take this moment to be thankful and grateful. And, you are this master gardener. You are the living, breathing result of all of these experiences that you've cultivated, all of these memories that you've gone through and you've held on to or released the ones that you needed to, these hopes, these dreams, like all of this hard work. That's you. You are the master gardener of this beautiful, garden around you. And this card is saying, like, keep going, keep going. Take some time, rest, get a glass of cold water, take a shower, start over again fresh tomorrow with new eyes. But still, this is this divine little respite time that's here for you, and you can take this time to kind of like revisit your purpose, kind of, think about those directions that you were going in, and maybe reassess and reevaluate and, weave them through. Like, maybe some of those, plants in his garden, maybe some of them need a little stake to prop them up. Maybe some of them are going to need a little extra water more than you originally thought. And, that's okay. Like, everything's still growing. It's still beautiful. It's still wonderful. You're still the master gardener, but you just might need to just tweak things a little bit, and that's okay. And maybe you're waking up this morning and you're feeling that perhaps it's shifted, like, so much. Perhaps there was a storm and, like, all the soil has shifted underneath, and some of your plants, they didn't germinate and grow the way that you thought that they would. So maybe you need to change, like, something completely different. Maybe you need to rework things to satisfy, like, the deeper purpose to them. Like, maybe there's something that you didn't realize needed a little bit more care, and that's okay, because that's exactly what you're meant to be doing. That's your primary main focus, your one dream that you can look at that. And if you're feeling any kind of that lack, that we talked about before, it's like, remember that too, these dreams, they have such importance to them. They're so large, they're so, you know, vast, that you can't, they're not going to happen in one day. They're not going to happen overnight. It's not, these types of things are not, you wake up and you win the lottery the next morning. Like, no, this is something that is being cultivated and reworked and cared for and nurtured, and, and remember to be grateful for all of this. Be grateful for all of this. Continue with that gratitude. Continue spreading that. And, you will just keep, your garden will just keep growing. It'll grow the way that it's supposed to grow, and you'll be headed in that right direction. And, this card is saying don't give up. Don't give up on that beautiful dream. Just because it doesn't look the same as you thought, or it feels like it's, coming in slowly, just keep watering it, just keep dreaming, just keep reflecting and reassessing and reorganizing, but keep reimagining that dream, and keep watering it, keep nurturing it, keep putting the magic fertilizer of your soul upon it. It will grow. And then again, we have this Five of Pentacles. So this card, to me, it's like, you have the 7 and the 5, and where's the 6? There's the 6 card is the card that's saying that, maybe there's an imbalance, because this card, the 6, would say, like, things are balanced, giving, receiving, equal give and take, and perhaps there's this imbalance. Perhaps you're fluctuating back and forth between this 5 and this 7, and like we said, excuse the dog, she's very itchy. She has seasonal allergies. Like we said, it's like you're in this period of lack. Sometimes you kind of worry, and this 5 of Pentacles also today, I can't help but notice today is Venus is doing some things with Chiron and Pluto, and so this card also says to me that there's a bit of like difficulty in your personal connections and your relationships with people, and it's reminding you to maybe nurture those places in you that have that fear of being left out in the cold or misunderstood, like people don't see you, like you're wandering in the dark and at night, cold, all alone. Like nurture that like fear of being misunderstood, because that can really kind of infect a lot of your different personal and professional relationships as well. And if you're constantly feeling that being left out or ostracized, or worrying about being alone, it's like you're giving away your personal power, and this is where you would need to reclaim that. And then that way you can get into that 7 of Pentacles, where you can not worry, because you know that you can create and cultivate and nurture whatever types of relationships in your life that you need, and you can provide for yourself, and what your garden looks like. You understand the work that went into it. What your soul has called you to do. There's these magical opportunities that are always opening for you, and sometimes you're hiding out in the shadows. You've been stagnant, and it's like, are you focused on things that you shouldn't be? Are you focusing too much on those fears? Are you focusing too much on that worry? And are you focusing too much on that? Make the best of this this luminous life that you have, you know. Make the best of these relationships that you do have around you, that maybe they want to support you, and maybe your fears are holding you back from asking for help, you know. Maybe there's someone that's right there waiting for you, that that is trying to help you, you know. And there's always this chance to move beyond where you are now. Like, you can flip the script. You can, you know, get those keys to open those doors. You know, we've been talking about that with the keys for quite a while now. And this is saying that, like, you know, there's this door that wants to open for you. There's this key that you're being asked to pick up, you know, and it's just, this is your call to, you know, come in from that cold, come in from that place of fear and lack and worry about, you know, things that are, most of the time, they're out of your control. And, you know, this card is saying, like, focus on those hopes and those dreams and that optimism of all the fruits of your labor that are flourishing. And, you know that you'll never go back to that place where you doubted yourself and you were living in that lack mentality, you know, because you're being grateful here with the Seven of Pentacles. You are seeing this abundance that's all around you, and your role in it as the master gardener, like growing the things that you need to grow, and, you know, kind of letting the things that don't need to be in the garden go away as well, you know, tending to those weeds, and, you know, tending to those things that, you know, maybe they need to be transplanted to another part of the garden, because they'll grow better there. They're not in their natural environment right now. And it's like, you will move out of these circumstances, you know. You will get back to your center, back to your balance, that Six of Pentacles. And you will have this beautiful flow and this give and take, and this you know, generous, abundant, sharing energy that will be so far away from this time of lack and fear that you won't even remember it anymore. And that moves us on to the World card next, because that says, you know, this is that beautiful achievement, that happy endings, that abundance, that success, you know. And this is also that new level of consciousness too, where you're connecting with yourself in a completely different way, you know. You're connecting with the universe. You are that master gardener. You are that. This is that beautiful circle of life. It's that, you know, the Ouroboros, the snake in the garden. You know, it's like the end and the beginning. That's nature. That's the way that it goes. You know, and you're ending out this cycle of lack and this cycle of fears and worries about your dreams not coming to fruition. All of that is gone. You're consciously stepping into this beautiful shift as, you know, your inner landscape merges with your outer landscape in your beautiful garden, you know. And she's got all these animal spirits around her. That's the perfect card to pull, because she has gotten to this place by listening to her spirit guides and being observant and seeing the big picture in things too, you know. And she's literally, like, traveled all around through all her life experiences and kind of brought them together in this one beautiful space, this one beautiful balance, as she has those two wands. That she's very balanced. She has her spiritual world wrapped around her. She listens to her intuition. She's very grounded, all that root chakra color, but she's also connected to the divine with those beautiful clouds and that blue. She's very much connected to her intuition. And it's like, this card is this blissful, happy ending of, you know, the past into this wholeness, this love, this just feeling protected all around, feeling grateful for the magic. And, you know, you can see that beautiful magic at the end of this long journey of the Seven of Pentacles, you know, when the ground was barren and there was nothing there and you didn't even know where you could begin. And now here she is, this beautiful, successful garden all around her. And you know, she's quite relaxed, and she's quite free and flowing and fluid and proud of herself. And you know, as you're reaching this stage of fruition coming up soon, you know, keep focused again with that Seven of Pentacles. Keep focused on those dreams. You know, don't don't change your resolve, and keep going forward, because this is absolutely beautiful, and the world is at your feet. You know, you can travel no matter where you want to go, and enjoy this beautiful creation of this world around you that you've co-created with the universe. You are the master gardener, you are the weaver, you are working with nature and your spirit guides and the plant spirits, and you know, you've got this beautiful glorious garden that's about to come into your life, and you know, embrace that energy. Go with it. It's beautiful. Blessed be.